Hi everybody and welcome back to my backyard once again. Today we're gonna check out the BetaFPV Air65 new edition, and especially for the month of November they have a special edition. As every year they make something that lights up crazily. This is the drone. It doesn't look much right now, but look what happens if you put it in the dark. It will glow in the dark in a very cool ethereal blue, and even the propellers are packed with the fluorescent material. And since the plastic has been packed with the fluorescent powder, BetaFPV says there is the chance of the frame being slightly more brittle. But that's not a problem because they also have regular non-glowing frames. In the box you get an extra set of Gemfan 1219s and a bag with extra screws, grommets and the tool to connect to the flight controller. The drone has got quite a bit of upgrades. This one I have is 2 generations old. There is one in the middle which ditched the external express LRS receiver for a flight controller which has a built-in antenna, which is much neater. It still weighs 17.3 grams without battery, but I like that there is no stuff dangling around. Camera assembly and the frame have been slightly redesigned and improved. The flight controller has grommets all around except for the front screw where the camera is mounted. This was a breaking point, and removing the grommets it makes much more durable without compromising the flight characteristics. The motors are super small, 07, 02.5, and they are 27,000 kV. I believe they will have 2 versions of these motors you can choose from. This is the racing one, which has higher kV, and you also have a 23,000, which is more for freestyle. The flight controller does everything. It's an Air G4 5-in-1 because it's a flight controller. It has 5 amps ESCs integrated into it, a 2.4 GHz express LRS receiver, up to 400 milliwatts VTX, and the 5th, I believe, is the OSD. And the little analog camera is a C03. It will be fine for this size and weight. I like that the battery plug is a right angle and is using this BT 2.0 plug, which is pretty common nowadays. If you want a slightly bigger size with the same components, they make the Air65, which is slightly bigger. And it's finally time to fly. BetaFPV suggests using these 2 kinds of 1S HV batteries. One is 300 milliamps. It will be slightly heavier, but will give you around 4 minutes of flight time. The 260 milliamps is gonna be lighter. You can do a lot more acrobatics, but probably it's gonna last 3 minutes and a half indoors. Outdoors is gonna last a little bit less. And I'm gonna fly using the BetaFPV Lite Radio 4. This very inexpensive radio comes out the same day as the Air65, and actually I had it since April, and I've been using in every review I've done of a Express LRS 2.4 GHz drone since April. So I've used this a lot. I fly whoops with it. It has 100 milliwatts. It's not incredibly powerful if you want to go long range, but for whoops it's totally fine. You don't have a screen, but you just press the bind button, it works, and for regular drones is no problem. If you want to do something more advanced, of course, it's gonna be limiting, especially, I don't know, helicopters, planes, but for drones, again, pretty nice. It's very similar to the DJI radio, that's why I find myself at home with this. Let's start with the 260 milliamps. Boom, it's armed. Let's go air mode immediately. This is the first time I arm the drone. Oh wow, it's incredibly powerful, especially with this battery. Now, today is a very weird day. It's very overcast. Wow, man, this thing, I mean, it's the first time I ever arm it. And I am already feeling very at home with it. Oh wow, it's remarkably powerful for being a 1S drone. A lot of fun. Oh, almost too much power. Wow, this light I put in here is gonna blind me. Oh no. Yeah, it's Halloween themed in the basement. Wow. Oh. Okay, let me spread my legs. Wow, man, this drone for being a 1S, it's feeling incredible. We have the pumpkins. Boom. Oh. Hey. I mean, it has a crazy acceleration. I didn't expect 1S drone being so zippy. Okay, now I can feel the battery starting to go down. But wow. Isaac. We have been flying for 2 minutes, but been quite pushing. This is the lawnmower. I still have to schedule its mowing cycles, so it's sitting there charging. Every time I talk about it, I crash in every video. I mean, I guess it's time to land. Let's not destroy this battery. With these little batteries, it flies amazing, full stop. If you take it slower, maybe 3 minutes you can do. Let's try the 300 milliamps. Okay, it seems much better with this battery. At least there were a little bit more vibration before, now they are gone. It seems to have been tuned right for this one. I see a little bit of banding on the camera, which is electrical noise, and the other drone, the older generation, didn't have it. So I don't know what's that, because I'm still keeping the VTX at 400 milliwatts as every drone. Sometimes it has this banding, I don't know. It's the joys of analog. But it still feels super, super powerful with this battery. It just rolls. Maybe it's better to go angle in here. Yeah. Can take it much slower indoors. We have the little pumpkins. Let's go under the chairs. Now I suck a little bit at going very fast under those small gaps. You can see a little bit of the camera canopy on the top. Wow. It's incredible for the size, the amount of fun you can have. It's crazy. It feels like a much bigger drone than it is. Like with bigger 4S TinyWhoops, I am not able sometimes to do this kind of freestyle. And the beauty about this drone is that it's very difficult to break, so you can practice. Exactly. You can practice all of your maneuvers without the fear of damaging much. If something breaks, it's very easy and cheap to replace. So it's really a good trainer drone, a nice drone for the winter. Wow, the battery is already done. This is a totally new battery, by the way. The other one was not. I was stretching it out a little bit, but it's time to land. So yeah, almost 3 minutes, kind of pushing, freestyling, not bad. And after all of those crashes, the drone is still in pretty fine condition, but I've just noticed that the front camera screw broke, because I hit on the camera, it pulled back, and it broke the tab and lost the screw. I feel like removing the grommet was really a good decision, because the impact will not be transferred to the flight controller, and in fact is in pretty good shape. They said that this glow-in-the-dark material would have been a little bit more brittle, so if you're concerned about it, you can either go with the non-glow-in-the-dark and you're safe, or just buy a few replacements so you are fine. And it's time for my final opinion on this BetaFPV Air65 Wisp. I was loving the 2-generation older version, and this is a nice improvement over it, because here I had the expressless receiver. Sometimes when I banged, it will detach, the wires will detach, and I had to resolder them quite frequently. Here everything is integrated, it flies better, it's a lot more pushy and more powerful, so you can also practice freestyle with such a tiny drone, rip it in a park, rip it indoors. I have to say, this old one has held up pretty nicely. It has taken quite a bit of a beating, and I haven't changed anything on it since I reviewed it. Not even the propellers. Maybe they are a little bit bent sometimes. I don't fly it many times indoor. I often fly outdoors, so it crashes on grass. That's why probably nothing has ever broken. But I have to testify they are quite durable. Now, here you have to make a choice in November, because you can either go with the glow-in-the-dark version, but it seems to be, as they said, maybe a little bit more brittle because we broke the front part of the camera assembly. I don't think I will replace the camera mount because it still works perfect. It doesn't shake that much and the drone still flies perfectly. I will wait till something more breaks. But if you want a drone that's a special edition and it glows in the dark, you have to make this sacrifice. Otherwise, just buy the regular version and it will be as durable as this one. But I will say, if you fly often indoors, maybe in the dark, in a place with UV lights, this thing will look phenomenal, and maybe just buy a couple more frames for the extra pimp. I also love the fact that BetaFPV sent me some pre-production test frames when they were trying this glow-in-the-dark feature, and these are not for sales. And that's all for today. As always, remember to like, subscribe and comment on this video. Let me know what do you think about this little drone for the winter. If you're interested about buying something, check out the links in the description down below, because clicking on them you help my channel a lot, and many times you also get discounts. Thank you so much, stay safe and happy flying. Bye!